Memorial Stadium. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, pitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Auburn Tigers and the USC Trojans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Will kick off to get us underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. He might want another play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. At the 35, he's got more. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Gonna run it. It's Riley. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry-up here. You just had a very nice run.
Here's a little room there. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Trojans! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds us back in the middle. Snags it, and he's open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Takes a handoff, and he's going right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Rushes on him. On the run, fires downfield. He's open on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll run play action. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on 3rd down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback may change this route. Joseph. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had...
Finding some room. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Trojans moving quickly to the line.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like, stopping the run game. Like, they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Throwing Joseph. Caught in the backfield, it's Riley. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Oh, better look out! And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Kane. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Here's a heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires quickly. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
At the 15-yard line. Good enough for first down.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to pass on second down. Got his man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the Tigers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Making side adjustments here. Trying to impose their will with the run. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Using his legs, it's Riley. Fights off a defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Joseph. Here comes the heat. Good timing on the quick out. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Trojans are rolling down the field.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Quarterback making checks. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First down here for the offense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Throwing Joseph. Caught by Williams on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Again, it's Joseph. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And it'll be down right there.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Intercepted turnover in their own territory. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off, and what a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Motion from the wideout. Might be changing the route. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Touchdown, Trojans! Fit it in the window for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gonna take a shot at this DB. He's got it way down the field. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. It's Eccles. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Tigers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Second down, he'll throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is on its way. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Joseph. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here comes the option. The pitch. Slithers into space. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's third down and short. The QB makes the pitch. Good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the first down.
One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 9 team, the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the home squad, looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Let's now take a look at some top 25 games around the nation on another wild day of college football.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
Oh, he's got some space. The 40, the 30, he's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead here in the second half.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Might as well stick with him. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Rides the option, he keeps it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You know, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. Did you see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was. Great anticipation.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Throwing Joseph. Working the middle, it's complete. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Makes the catch and he's free. He's at the touchdown, USC. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And the extra point is good. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Wants to go right back downfield. Working that left side now. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Fires to the right. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And they'll get him down after a solid return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Quick release by the QB. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Running inside. It's Wormley. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
He's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, Do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Sets up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Quarterback Keith steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure going right. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's looking downfield to throw. Right down the middle. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Final play of the quarter coming. Run in the red zone. It's Robinson. Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Quarterback making adjustments. gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. The Trojans have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Yeah, and I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
Big tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Try to get themselves back in the football game.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Trojans! Into the end zone for 6.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And the point after is good. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. It's complete on the right side. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Towards the sideline. Marked down at the 42. And that's a first
The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. To the air on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. With the catch, it's Singleton. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on the money. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? His third touchdown of the game. That's almost half of his total as he now has 7 on the year.
What a day. His third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. He'll set up to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Number 39, set to kick off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design, it's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays, easy decision.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Makes a move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Going for it all. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
And this offense is going to have to do more of this, right? They're going to have to be aggressive, attack the sidelines. They're going to need some big plays, trailing late in this football game, but they've also got to be smart and be mindful of the clock.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Wants to throw it again. Lets it fly deep downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Right back to it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense has obviously had success, but, man, they haven't done it on the ground. And late in this football game with the lead, love to see if they can do what they just did. Establish the ground game, let that clock tick.
And the Trojans just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
And, man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him.
Breaks away on the left. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Trojans.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them.
Number 98, set to kick this one.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Plows through the defense. Looks as if he'll get it up to about the 14-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. They'll run the screen. Makes his man miss. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.